Wink News begins with breaking news.
12 years.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
No. We've never.
They told us just to leave the motorhomes and just get in the vehicles and just get out of the park. And there was a parade of cars leaving the park.
Live off the top at 5, smoke from a 6,000-acre brush fire is consuming land right off Alligator Alley. The fire is forcing evacuations and major road closures. And here's another view from the alley. The fire is only 30% contained right now, and you can see the alley is shut down. There are no cars on the road and thick, heavy smoke. Crews from across the state are here now, helping to get this under control.
And Wink News has a team of reporters. Right now, these are the areas under mandatory evacuation. We should let you know. Naples RV Resort, Panthers Walk RV Park, Forest Glen Community, and all Horse Stables Inn along Newman Drive. And Wink News has a team of reporters constantly sending us new information. Here is a live look at one of the 2 centers open for evacuees. Now, if you're evacuated, you can go to the Golden Gate Community Center on Golden Gate Parkway or Eagles Lakes Community Park on Tamiami Trail near Barefoot Williams Road. And this is a live look along Collier Boulevard, where a big section of this road is shut down right now. Law enforcement is blocking off the road while fire crews fight the flames. And here's a look at an area where the brush fire threatened. These are at the Aventine Apartments on Collier Boulevard, south of I-75. Wink News has been live from all of these locations all afternoon long, and we're just 1 minute from a live report from each of these places.
But first, Wink News is the weather authority, and you're looking video shot by the Wink News drone, and you can see just how high the smoke was rising at this time, how far away you could see it when this video was shot. Wink News Chief Meteorologist Jim Farrell is tracking the wind right now. Wink News with complete coverage of this wildfire burning out of control in Collier County. This is exactly what we're talking about, a large area in and around the Picayune Strand State Forest. It stretches from Beck Boulevard and Alligator Alley to the north, Sable Palm Road to the south, the Picayune Strand State Forest to the east, and Collier Boulevard to the west. Wink News team coverage right now. We start with Wink News reporter Megan Contreras, who is live on Alligator Alley.
Yeah, things are just going from bad to worse out here.
And there are 2 reception centers you can go to if you are forced to leave your home. Eagles Lake Community Park on US 41, and the one you see here on your map, the Golden Gate Community Center, which is on Golden Gate Parkway. Wink News reporter Olivia Mancino is live there right now. And Olivia, what are you hearing from the evacuees who are there?
Well, you know what? There are a lot of questions out here right now.
The Florida Forest Service is asking people in the area of the fire to be ready to go at a moment's notice. To do that, remember the 5 P's to prepare. That's people and pets. Make sure you and your family can get to safety. Prescriptions, including glasses or hearing aids. You want to make sure you take those with you in case you are out of your home for an extended period of time. Papers, you should plan to take any important documents with you. And personal needs such as clothes, cash, phones, and chargers. And then priceless items, family heirlooms, or important pictures.
And we want to bring in now Wink News reporter Ellen Thalls, who's on the phone with us. And Ellen, you had a chance to talk with some more evacuees, right?
Yeah, Bob, that's right.
Meanwhile, Collier Fire is just one of the many crews battling this blaze right now. They posted this video on Twitter showing a chopper hitting the flames with a bucket of water. And so far, 4 communities have been evacuated.
Well, at this point, we either have a camper or we have a burned camper. And I can't control that. And it's the way it goes. You can't control that. Can't control Mother Nature.
And Wink News reporter Jessica Alpern has been monitoring conditions near the Aventine Apartments and joins us now live from Collier Boulevard near those apartments. And Jessica, how are the conditions there right now?
Well, the conditions right here now, what I can tell you, there are plenty of people standing by and watching those choppers dropping water. We can feel.
Thanks for that update. Now, if you need help, there is an emergency hotline set up for you to call. Collier County opened the emergency hotline again this afternoon. The number is right there on your screen, 239-252-8444. Again, 239-252-8444. And anyone in Collier County can also call 311, and you can call with any questions that you may have about the fire.
The Collier County School District is closely monitoring this situation. The district will make any decisions about whether to close schools by 6 a.m. tomorrow. Parents will be notified about the changes via phone, text, email, and social media. Of course, you can also count on Wink News to bring you that information as soon as we get it. And take a look at this. This is how crews are getting large amounts of water on the remote areas of this fire. They're using choppers with giant buckets to pick up that water from nearby lakes and then flying it into the fire zone. There are fixed wing planes that are in the air also helping with this effort. Well, Wink News is the Weather Authority. Jim is here, and you talked about the wind and the changes in the wind. Not a lot of chance for rain, so really we just have to listen to authorities and do our best here.
Yeah, the rain is out of the picture right now. That's not going to come to the rescue. The wind is not as strong, however, now as it was earlier today.
News is on fire watch, and we're keeping a close watch on this massive brush fire. This is a live look at mile marker 97 on I-75, where the smoke is covering parts of Collier County as firefighters work to keep you safe. We'll have the latest on the area you need to steer clear of coming up.
Many of you have been sharing your pictures and videos on social media, in each a stark reminder of the danger as an ominous smoke cloud hovers over southwest Florida. Wink News anchor Lindsay Sablon gives us a look. And getting you back out live in Collier County, a 6,000-acre brush fire is burning in the Picayune Strand State Forest. But this is a live look from Naples at the village on Venetian Bay. It is only 30% contained, this fire, and there are mandatory evacuations underway. Wink News will be live on the air throughout the hour and the rest of the night while fire crews fight to contain this fire. If you need information immediately, we've put all of the evacuation orders, the list of reception centers, and the road closures on the Wink News app. We return with live reports from the scene right after the break.
Wink News, now back with breaking news.
Wink News is following the latest on a massive brush fire, forcing evacuations and closing down major roadways. This is live on Alligator Alley at mile marker 94, where you can see how high the smoke is at this point. State troopers have closed I-75 from exit 80 all the way to exit 105. And Wink News reporter Nicole Papageorge joins us now live. Nicole, where are you at right now, and what are the conditions there?
Well, Bob, we are...
Meteorologist Scott Zedeker is with us now. And Scott, can you give us some perspective about where all of this is happening?
Yeah, Bob, well, here is Alligator Alley.
Breaking team coverage continues at 5:30. Wink News reporter Olivia Mancino is standing by at the Golden Gate Community Center where evacuees are gathering. Olivia.
Right, I've been talking to evacuees for the past couple hours.
And if you are driving through smoke, here are some tips to keep you safe. First, slow down. Visibilities are reduced. Use your low beam headlights. And if you can't see well enough to keep driving, pull all the way off the pavement to stop and then turn on your hazards. Report the conditions to the Florida Highway Patrol.
And new tonight, we want to take a look at these. We continue to look over here at the FDOT camera. As you can see, the brush fire situation there is the smoke is just terrible. You can't see anything. Visibility is almost near zero there. Of course, there's no cars on the roads because I-75 has been shut down from I-80 State Road 29 all the way up to mile marker 105 at Golden Gate Parkway. But as you can see there, it seems like the conditions, at least at that position, are getting worse. There is very limited visibility at that point. You heard Chief Meteorologist Jim Farrell say a little bit earlier, though, that the wind has died down, so actually smoke in many places actually going straight up in the air as opposed to going sideways, and that's a good sign. And as we get closer to sunset, hopefully the winds die down even further at that point and lets firefighters and first responders get in there and hopefully control this fire even more.
So now let's back off from this a little bit. This is from Naples. So you can see there's the Venetian village, the village on Venetian Bay, and you can see the difference in terms of how the smoke looks when you back off just a little bit, but you can see how it's still prevailing in the sky and rising through the air. Now let's back off even a little bit more and take it to Estero, to the Hyatt at Coconut Point, and there you can see a good perspective of how big this smoke plume is and how far it can be seen away. And if we went even further north, you'd be able to see it further yet. Let's go into the I-75 area again and look at this. This gives you some real perspective along, I believe you said this mile marker 90?
94, right.
94, okay. Mile marker 94, and you can see how big that plume of smoke is and how ominous that would be if the interstate was open and you were driving toward that at this point. But remember, again, I-75 closed right now between mile marker 80 and 105 because this is what the conditions are driving in that area. Complete zero visibility, unsafe to be driving, and we heard from Florida Highway Patrol it's very, very possible the interstate will stay closed all night tonight because this smoke will just sit there and not go anywhere.
All right, let's toss it out now to Wink News reporter Megan Contreras. And Megan, where are you at right now and what's the situation there?
Yeah, we are currently driving south on I-75.
Let's take you live to another part of Collier County. This is mile marker 95. You can see the wall of smoke right there. You see some first responders off in the distance, but after that, you can't see anything. The visibility at that point is basically down to zero, it looks like. Now, stay with Wink News as we follow breaking new developments on this large brush fire.
Red Cross has volunteers that are responding to help families and first responders who are impacted by this huge wildfire that's burning in Collier County. 15 disaster specialists are providing water and over 500 meals to as many as 430 first responders and residents who are at these two reception centers in Collier County, one at Golden Gate Community Center, the other at Eagles Lake Park. And the Red Cross has other volunteers on standby to help them open up these reception centers as overnight shelters if the need is there tonight. As you see, these are some of the worst flames that we've seen all day right near the heart of the fire. But if this fire continues to keep people from their homes, the Red Cross is prepared to open up these shelters. We'll let you know as soon as that happens. Area residents are encouraged just to stay tuned in and we'll pass along the necessary information to them.
And the Florida Forest Service is asking people in the area of the fire to be ready to go at a moment's notice. And to do that, remember the 5 P's to prepare. That's people and pets. Make sure you and your family can get to safety. Prescriptions, including glasses or hearing aids. You want to make sure you take these with you in case you're out of your home for an extended period of time. Papers. You should plan to take any important documents with you. Personal needs such as clothes, cash, phones, and chargers. And priceless items like family heirlooms or important pictures. Wink News spoke with some evacuees.
Well, at this point, we either have a camper or we have a burned camper. And I can't control that, and it's the way it goes. You can't control that. Can't control Mother Nature.
And now let's take some live looks along I-75. This is at mile marker 97, and you can see just that wall of smoke. If you went driving down the alley, you'd just run into that huge haze of smoke, and that's why the interstate is closed right now. Now let's go to mile marker 100. That's right by the toll booth, and you can see the situation is a little better right there, right now. And let's take a little bit further out. Let's get you out into Naples and at the village on Venetian Bay, and there you can see the big smoke plume in the sky, but conditions much better further away from the fire. You're watching Wink News at 5. We'll be back with much more fire coverage coming up in just a few minutes. As we take you out live now to I-75, we are seeing flames again along the interstate. This is right at the toll booth near mile marker 100. Here's what we know about this fire right now. It is massive, 6,000 acres. It is just 30% contained at this hour, and it has shut down the alley from a mile marker 80, which is State Road 29, to mile marker 105, which is Golden Gate Parkway. And this is that area where you see it is shut down and you see some water trucks and other emergency crews there. Also, Collier Boulevard is closed from Davis Boulevard all the way south to Rattlesnake Hammock Road. You cannot get in that area right now because of the smoke and the fire danger. And there are evacuations to several communities in that area along Collier Boulevard near the Alligator Alley toll booth. This is a live look at the evacuation center at the Golden Gate Community Center on Golden Gate Parkway. There are people who are here just waiting and waiting for information. They were evacuated from those RV parks in those communities, and they're just waiting to see if they might get the chance to go back tonight or if they are going to be kept out overnight. And we'll let you know as soon as we get that information as well, so people know what to do and where to go. Collier County also has an emergency hotline that is open. The number on your screen right now, 239-252-8444. And anyone in Collier County can also use 311. And you can call with any questions about this fire And we also just got some new video of that call center, and you can see the people who are working there trying to keep everyone informed. We heard they got hundreds of calls tonight, which is not surprising at all, as people are just desperate for information. And now let's look at I-75 and look at some of the flames along the alley again. Again, we have this crew stationed here right at the toll booth where the alley is shut down, and we're seeing some flames, some hot spots like this along the alley, but the conditions have improved in other areas. We're going to